All right, it's what time is it? It's going on 1 a.m. and there's been some incredible developments, and we've got all these things. We'll talk about it maybe after sunrise. But I think the most important thing is I'm here at Casino Center Boulevard, and the historic Boyd Casino is here downtown. It's not just footsteps away from Foremaster. So it's history. Foremaster Lane, the homeless shelter, is history. This is where Boyd Vacations Hawaii would bring all these people from Hawaii. We'd learn all the stories from KSSK and all of that. And so many of the people, especially the old timers, they can only come to these hotels for whatever reason. I mean, a lot of times it's because they're just older people, and it's just a younger crowd on the strip. And you still have the Vacations Hawaii, and even if they don't book through them, I don't know, maybe they don't even have Vacations Hawaii anymore. We'll have AI check that for me, so I know that, and now I know that's part of history, not part of the present. In any event, as you hear the sound of these people partying on the Fremont Street Experience, and the music and all these revelers 24/7, 7 days a week, it's New Year's here, every day, all day, especially this time. Everything's going on. Here's some rope lights here. There's old Nugget on that side. It's not so much, and we're past the Mob Museum, it's not so much that you hear the way I talk and you're like, this guy's just too slow. Can you speed up? Can you go faster? Can you move faster? The answer is, the most important thing is, can you move faster? The answer is yes. And I'm getting laryngitis. We got to move fast on a lot of things. But the real, it's not that we can't go out and party and have a good time. It's not there's a neurological issue that inherently prevents it. The actual reality here is that we are not valued. And I think, and that's the thing with Michael Savage. I talk about Michael Savage, is we never make enough money. And I'm going to get into in the coming days the problem I had when in college, which was, why did he never get a girlfriend? Why was he never having sex with women in the dorm rooms? And that's the reason why he was there. Well, the number one culprit, of course, was psychiatric drugs, but there was another factor, just like there were a lot of factors to come back to the century by never connecting with, Eleanor Stiller there on the steps at the Bougainville across from Pearlridge in Honolulu, which is a psychiatric drugs number one culprit, definitely. But that I had to touch bookwork, and I was retarded. Now, am I saying that I have argued for Varsity Blues because I was interested in the right things? I like medicine, I like law, I like doctor, lawyer, I like engineering. But if my brain can't do those things, when my penis is inserted into a woman whose brain can, because of the spiritual reality of what sex is, when my penis is plugged into her, that means my head is like attached like a networking cable, a Cat 5e, RJ45, or US Wi-Fi. But you'll look at it like when the penis is in there, it's like it's plugged into the receptacle. And I have, while we're doing coitus, what she has. You see, so I thought correctly. So they should have found some way for me to just be at college for the sex, and maybe they should have even started as far back as elementary schools, where okay, just do what you're good at, and we'll be creating some way to drill you on the off time with innovative methods. But the most important thing for you to focus on is your sex, since that's how you are a genius, when you're inserted into female's vagina, where the head is a genius, because you become one, right? So you think correctly. If they could have just told me, okay, you're here for sex, you're here for partying in college, I think things would have gone a lot better. Because in my particular case, I would have somehow gotten a hold of money. If it wasn't runaway money like Donald Trump to start off, it would have been just enough money to not have to work but still procreate and pretty much live as an idle rich person, even if I had to for a little while, centralize in a small town and not be here or something like that, or just live kind of modestly. Even I would have found the six-figure income by kind of bringing both ends of it, to live cheaper but also have more money than I could, basically income incommensurate with my ability to produce and earn. And before anyone says that's amoral, well, look at Donald Trump. Is that income commensurate with the ability to produce? Is he an engineer? Is he a doctor? Is he a lawyer? Is he a negotiating genius? He was, but then he got runaway money. And he it said, now we've got all this cash flow from all these skyscrapers, and now he doesn't have to be if he doesn't want to. So that's why I talk about Michael Savage. It's not so much that there's a neurological issue that prevents me from being one of these people. As we look at our El Cortez here, that's the real El Cortez right there, not the one in San Diego. It's that they never gave me the money to go out and have a good time. And so that ability never develops. So they need to value lower ability so that we can still use our penises, because when we use our penises and we're one with a female that is high ability, right there's your high ability.